What's up, you guys? Cece back with another video, and today's video is going to be a full face of drugstore first impressions. So if this is your first time watching me, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button, click the little notification bell, follow me on Instagram, and also make sure you're subscribed to my family vlog channel right here on YouTube at Bradley TV. So this video is going to be super fun. If you watched one of my more recent hauls, if you haven't, I will link the video right up here. I showed you guys some brand new drugstore makeup, a new brand recently into Target, and that is, what is it? Makeup Obsession. So this is the eyeshadow palette that we're gonna use, and I have a few more products from their line. And then I also have this brand new foundation from Maybelline. It's the Dream Urban Cover. So I've been really excited to try this as well. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna dive right into this video. Okay, so we're actually gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna be a little adventurous and we're going to do our face first. So I'm going to prime my face using the Makeup Obsession Game Set Matte Mattifying Primer, and it just looks like this. They had like 5 or 6 different types of primers, like for different skin concerns. So I think they had a dewy, they had a blur primer, they had a redness primer, they had all types of good stuff actually. So, and this is the first time I've used it. You can find this brand at Target, and it's like a silicone primer, which usually is not my favorite, but my face actually, I feel like it feels a little greasy almost with that primer. The forehead feels okay, but everything else almost feels a little greasy. Okay, let's go in with the foundation. We're gonna go in with the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup. This also has an SPF of 50 in it as well. So for this foundation, as with most Maybelline foundations, I'm in the shade 330 Toffee. That's the same shade I'm in the Super Stay line as well, and that shade fits me perfectly. So hopefully this one does too. This has a little, I don't know what you call this, a little squeezy tube. So not a pump, but I actually like squeezy tubes a lot better than pumps. You can just squeeze out what you want, you know what I mean? It's hard to put it back, but you can squeeze out the exact amount that you want. So I like squeezy tubes for that reason. And we're just gonna, oh yeah, this color looks good. I can already tell. All right, so as I'm finishing out the blending, I can already tell this is definitely more of a natural finish foundation. Like you guys can see, this has some radiance to it. This definitely has some radiance to it. I'm gonna go to Ulta's website and I'm going to read you guys the claims because yeah, there's some radiance to this foundation. All right, so as I was looking for the claims on the website, it looks like it actually toned down a bit. It's still kind of wet though. I mean, you can just tell this isn't going to be matte. So let me see. This is the first full coverage protective makeup that achieves a lightweight, breathable finish. Broad spectrum SPF 50 helps protect the skin from UVA and UVB damage. Enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution, even skin tone, and covers imperfections. Dermatologist tested. Okay, it looks like it says it does leave a natural looking finish, but protects skin day after day. Available in 16 shades. So this is a natural finish foundation. I don't know if a natural finish foundation is the best for me and my oily skin during the summer months, but we'll keep pushing and see how it dries down, because that's what I really want to see. But the next thing we're going to do is actually use a brand new concealer. This is the Makeup Obsession Mega Conceal Long Wear Concealer with caffeine. I don't know what caffeine does for you, but this has caffeine in it. I got the shade 06. This shade is super light. So if you are my complexion, I would not recommend getting 06, FYI. Just gonna like dot it on. And if you guys hear something, my kids are upstairs yelling like they have no home training, so just ignore it, sorry. But we're gonna go ahead and blend out this concealer. I just realized this is a full face of makeup from Target. That's what we might call this video, full face of makeup from Target. Oh, it blends out nicely. That blended out really well. So FYI, it looks like the concealer is not matte either. I mean, you can definitely see the radiance. So this concealer definitely needs a good set. Let me actually just go ahead and conceal the rest of my face. I feel like when you conceal the middle of your face, it just balances everything out. I don't do it every single time I do my makeup, but most times. Yeah, that concealer blends really, really well. Like really well. All right, let's go ahead and bake. I'm going to use the Makeup Obsession Pure Bake Banana Baking Powder. So this is just your standard yellow powder, but they also had other shades. So don't think you have to get banana if you want to try their baking powder. They had other shades, so I would definitely check them out. I think I went a little overboard with the baking, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna dust some of this powder off, not all of it, but I'm gonna dust some of it off because I don't want it to be too bright underneath the eyes, but I'm gonna leave some to catch some of the eyeshadow fallout. I'm going to prime my eyes using the Profusion eyeshadow primer. I've shown you guys this before. It's actually a pretty good eyeshadow primer, but just keeping up with our drugstore theme. All right, so I can't wait to use this baby. This is the Makeup Obsession, what's this called? The Belle Jordan eyeshadow palette. And they have so many eyeshadow palettes available, you guys, and they're all so beautiful, but this is the one I chose and I'm really excited to use it. I don't know what type of look we're going to do today, but we're gonna do something good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this shade right here. It's called 1706. And it's just like a mauvey neutral shade. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna add it in my crease with a big fluffy brush. This is the Sedona Lace EB13. I'm gonna add that like basically all over the lid, but more so concentrating on the crease. Just really, really lightly. Next, I'm going to take this purple shade right here. It's called 13, and I'm going to attempt to do a cut crease, I think. So I'm just going to take this little skinny brush. This is the Morphe M124, and I'm going to attempt to cut the crease. I'm still not that great at cut creases, guys, but we're going to attempt. suck at cut creases, y'all. I'm gonna take this, the Mega Conceal, the concealer that we used underneath the eyes. I'm going to take that and I'm just gonna put a little dab on this flat shader brush. This is the Sigma Concealer F70 brush, and I do have a discount code for Sigma if you guys didn't know, so check down below. The link is always down there. But I'm just going to add that to the lid. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this foundation, it actually dried down pretty good. And I haven't even set it yet with my setting powder, with my face setting powder. So actually looks pretty good on the skin right now. I'm gonna take this like glittery pink shade and it's called Glow Baby, and I'm gonna take that on the same Sigma brush and I'm just going to add that right on top of the concealer. See how this, ooh, these colors are really nice. Like these shadows are really beautiful. I'm gonna take this shade called So Cute, and it's like this pinky fuchsia shade. I'm gonna take that on a fluffy brush that I just dropped. I'm gonna pick up another one. This is the Morphe brush. This one doesn't have a number on it, but it's just a really fluffy brush. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of that. And I don't know exactly how pigmented these shades are, so I don't wanna get a bunch of it, but I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of it and add that right on top of that cut I made with the purple shade. I want to deepen up this look a bit, so on my outer corner I'm going to take this black in the shade Lola and I'm going to add that to the outer corner. Not super deep, just getting a little bit on the brush and tapping off the excess, because I just want to add a little bit. Eyes are complete, so let's go ahead and finish up the face. I'm going to set this entire face using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage, I think it's powder foundation. I think this is what this is, but I love this to set my face. So I mixed the shades Coconut and Honey, 320 and 355. I just mixed those two shades together and it makes my perfect shade. Okay, so I've never had this happen before. As I'm trying to set my face, I'm also trying to get the rest of that baking powder off, and literally it is like settled into my, like I have like little lines underneath my eyes. It's like settled in there. It's settled on my face too. It's like settled on my chin. It's settled right here. It's settled on the nose. It's settled on the forehead. Oh my God, I'm about to zoom in. All right, so I'm super close. Can you guys see how it's like settled like right here on my forehead? And then on the nose. It's making my skin look so bad. All right, I'm not really sure what to do. I've never had this happen before. Like never. So one thing's for sure, I will not be using that powder again. I'm gonna just move on and I'm gonna bronze up my face, put on bronzer, blush, highlighter, and we'll see what happens. This is the ItsMyRayeRaye and BH Cosmetics palette, the first one, and I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades right here and just contour, we'll bronze up the skin and see if I can make that look any better. For blush, I'm going to take the Profusion Blush and Glow 2 palette and I'm going to use this shade right here. This one's called Lovejoy. You guys probably can't tell, but this still looks really bad up close. Like, it looks pretty bad up close, you guys. That setting powder was just not okay. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to highlighter. I'm gonna take the Makeup Obsession Mega Destiny highlighter. This one's in the shade Mega Destiny and it just looks like this. It's really, really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and add that to the cheekbones. That is really bright. It's super bright. Last but not least, I want to do the lips and I'm going to use just a brown lip liner and then the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. I actually bought this a while ago and I've never used it. It's in the shade number Les Chocolates, is that what it's called? No, it's in 854 Bittersweet. Ooh, this smells like chocolate. You know what? To try to fix this powdery look, I'm going to take this setting spray. It's the ColourPop All-Star Facial Setting Spray. And I'm just going to try to fix some of the powderiness that I see because that is really driving me nuts. It's not perfect, but that definitely helped because that powdery look just was not the business. So yeah, here's the final look, you guys. Okay, y'all, so here is the final look. I zoomed you out a little bit so you can see the full picture. It actually came out pretty well. Everything seemed to be good except for that damn setting powder. Like, I will probably not use that setting powder again. The Pure Bake, we'll probably never use that again. The highlighter was okay. It was very, it's not as soft as I wanted it to be, but it's super pigmented. I mean, I just dipped my finger in it and you guys saw how it looks on the cheeks. It's really pigmented, so it is pretty, especially for the drugstore price tag. The concealer was okay. It was a bit too radiant for me. I don't need a super matte concealer, but I don't want it radiant either, and that concealer was pretty radiant. And as far as the foundation, I can't really say much about the foundation since I haven't actually worn it, but I will be doing an actual Instagram wear test on this Urban Cover foundation. So just make sure you're subscribed, or not subscribed, but following me on my Instagram because I do foundation wear tests and all types of product reviews on my Instagram, usually in the story. So just make sure you're following me there. But as for right now, for first impression, the foundation actually looks really good after it's set. It's not radiant anymore, obviously, because I powdered it down. But even after I let it sit when we were doing the eyes, it actually still looked good and actually did dry down. So that was a good sign for me having oily skin. I am rather enjoying the eyeshadow palette also. I think that eyeshadow palette is just gorgeous. So if you have the opportunity, stop into Target and swatch some of those eyeshadow palettes and I mean, they are really, really pretty, all of them. I had such a tough time choosing the one I wanted, but this one is just gorgeous. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions. If you've tried any of the products that I just used on my face, make sure you let us know down below in the comments what you think about them. And if you want to see, I guess, any of these products again or in a more dedicated video, even though I don't know how much more dedicated you can get than a tutorial, but if you want to see them again, you guys let me know and I'll be sure to get that up for you. That's all I have for you today. I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, you guys.